I hired a handyman named Sal to fix a leaking roof and accidentally hired the closest thing to a father I would ever have. I was 26, newly divorced, drowning in a house I could not afford and could not sell, and everything in it was breaking at once as if the building could sense weakness. Sal showed up in a truck older than me, took one look at my ceiling, and said, "This is going to be a whole thing, kid. Put a pot of coffee on." He was there for 6 weeks. The roof took 2. The rest of the time he found other things, a door that stuck, a fence leaning like it was tired, a garden gone to weeds. I realize now he was inventing reasons to stay because he could see, the way older men can see, that the house was not the thing that was broken. He never asked about the divorce. He just handed me tools and expected me to hold the other end. And somewhere in the holding of other ends we talked. He taught me to fix a faucet, to patch drywall, to check my oil, all the small competences my own father had left the world before teaching me. He told me his son had died young, and that he had built half the decks in the county trying to outrun the quiet of the house he went home to. We were 2 people with father-shaped and son-shaped holes, and for 6 weeks we let each other fill them a little. When the work ran out he could not invent more, and we both knew it. On the last day he wrote up the bill, and the total was almost nothing, a fraction of the hours. I said, "Sal, this is not right," and he said, "No, kid, it is exactly right. Some jobs pay you back in ways the invoice cannot hold." Then he gave me his good hammer, the one worn smooth by 40 years of his palm, and said every man should own one thing that has already proven it will last. I still have it. I have used it to build a life he did not live to see, a new marriage, a nursery, a fence that does not lean. Sal passed 4 years after that roof. I only found out because I drove by to show him the deck I had built myself, wanting him to see that the lessons took, and a neighbor told me. I sat in my truck in front of a stranger's house and cried holding a hammer. I use it still, gently, the way you handle something that is more than a tool. And when my own kids are old enough, I am going to teach them to hold the other end, to patch what leaks, to check the oil, and eventually to give away their good hammer to some lost young person who needs a reason to believe the house can be saved. That is how it works. That is how he saved me, one invented job at a time.